Mr. Clayton, I've determined probable cause for manual delivery of a controlled substance, 1 gram greater than equal to 4 grams less than 200 grams. Can you afford an attorney, or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I need a court-appointed at this time.
Yes, sir. Whose is this one going to be? Ms. Billings?
This is mine, yes.
Do you have anything you want to add?
Yes, we want to argue no probable cause because they didn't test the substance. They didn't provide a description of what this alleged narcotic is. Additional factors that we would like to argue in setting of the bond is that he is financially responsible in supporting his girlfriend. He was born here in Amarillo and considers Amarillo to be his home. He also went to high school here and received his GED. And he's willing to help get support from other people to try to make the bond that is set.
All right, hang on 1 second. Let me reread. I don't remember the specifics of each case if I don't.
I understand.
Okay, I don't require that they test it, but I do require that they measure it. And so I'm going to stay with probable cause. If they don't test it or measure it, I determine no probable cause, but since they do test, they measured it, and the test will come back and they'll dismiss the cases if not. So I'm going to stay with the probable cause. I am going to reduce the bond to the amount of $7,500. 1 bond condition, 2 bond conditions: break no laws of the state of Texas or any other state, and you must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol unless under the direction of a physician while on bond. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chadwick Borrow. Okay, I've determined probable cause for possession of a controlled substance, 2 grams greater than equal to 4 grams less than 400 grams. For possession of a controlled substance, 1 gram greater than equal to 1 gram less than 4 grams, and for driving while intoxicated. Can you afford an attorney, or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I need help with an attorney, please.
Yes, sir. Ms. Borrows?
Yes, okay.
I'm sorry, Billings.
You're totally fine.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You told me that you have a wife, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, and how many children do you have?
5 children to it. Oh,
Okay. And are you the primary support system for this family?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The only support system. Please.
You're the only support system,
Oh,
both
just work.
financially and emotionally, would you say?
Mhm.
Okay. We ask that these factors are reflected in the setting of the bond, Your Honor.
Okay, that's correct.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to set the possession of a controlled substance, 2 grams greater than equal to 4 grams less than 400 at $5,000. Bond conditions: break no laws of the state of Texas and must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol unless under the direction of a physician while on bond. For the next possession of a controlled substance, I'm setting that bond in the amount of $3,000. Break no laws of the state of Texas and no drugs possessed or alcohol, same as the one before. And for the driving while intoxicated, that one's set at the amount of $3,500. Your bond conditions are to consume no alcoholic beverages while on bond. You 30 days, within 30 days of bonding, you must have installed on your vehicle a deep lung breath analysis mechanism, and you may not operate a vehicle that is not equipped with such device. You also,
Ma'am,
yes, sir.
it's not on all that together. I gotta add each one of them to get out. I gotta pay for each, like 5,000. So it's gonna be like
It's to
18,000.
10% of whatever that is.
Maybe 1/10 of that, of each one.
And I'm going to take that must have installed on your vehicle because it's not alcohol that was the issue here. So I'm going to take that one off. But consume no alcoholic beverages while on bond. Actually, I'm taking that off too. Not break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state, and you must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol unless under the direction of a physician while on bond. Thank you, Mr. Borrow.
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
On those THC, the marijuana charges, I was in a wreck and I got those prescribed to me with the
That's
Third-
your attorney is supposed to help you.
Yes, your attorney will give her that.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So how much is my bond? then?
so that's gonna be 500 plus 300, which is 700, and then plus another.
And Judge, while they're discussing that, can we do Miss Sally next? She is on on the county list.
Stand right here, ma'am.
Miss Sally, probable cause has been determined for the charge of criminal trespass. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney? I'll put you down for a court-appointed attorney. Ms. Billings, did you have an opportunity to talk to her?
Yes, we're gonna agree with the recommended PR bond with the addition of a 1622.
That was going to be my next question with you. Yes, I'm going to do a $500 PR bond. I'm going to, your bond conditions are going to be not break any laws of the state of Texas. And within 30 days of bonding, you must have a 1622 mental evaluation done. They're going to give you that information of where to go to get this done, to get you some assistance if they find that there's something that they could possibly do to help you. All right, thank you.
All right, we can go.
Mr. Gonzalez, no probable cause was determined for possession of a controlled substance, 1 gram greater than equal to 1 gram less than 4 grams. No probable cause was determined for unlawfully possessing a firearm by a felon. So what this means is you are going to be released today. You are not going to have to bond out, but there's always a but. However, when they present this case to the district attorney's office, if they accept the charges, they will issue a warrant for your arrest. Okay? But for today, you're going to be released. I don't have probable cause to hold you and make you bond out. The report's missing some things.
You can correct the report at refile.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Medina, you have a warrant for your arrest. This is assault of a hospital personnel on hospital property. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I need a court-appointed attorney, ma'am.
Okay. DeVries, has he already been magistrated on the out of county? Or
Dennis on those.
Yes,
he was arrested yesterday. Did we do it yesterday?
He's sent.
he's already sentenced out of Randall County.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just saw that on the list. I thought, well, we could.
He has Ryan Turman on those cases, and I'll tell the MAC that he would like Ryan Turman to continue over here.
Okay. Okay. Do you have anything that you want to add for him?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Medina, just a couple things. You were born in Amarillo, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you've lived here your entire life?
Yes, sir.
And your mom is in town.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're not working now because you've been locked up, but your last job was where?
Gutierrez Tires,
Okay.
Amarillo Boulevard.
And how long were you there?
9 months.
Judge, we just asked for something fair and reasonable for Jeremiah's case. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to set the bond in the amount of $5,500. Your bond conditions are not to break any laws of the state of Texas, and you must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol unless under the direction of a physician while on bond. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Mr. Rojas, I've determined probable cause for criminal trespass of a habitat shelter. I don't even know what a super fun.
No question.
I've never known what those were. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I need a court-appointed attorney.
Yes, sir. Mr. Barkley.
Just real quick, Judge. How long have you lived in Amarillo? Or how long have you lived in Amarillo? Go ahead.
I've lived in Amarillo since I was about 9 years old.
Okay. And this house that you were trespassed out of, is that your house?
Yes, sir. It's my house of 3 years.
3 years, and the city has condemned it?
Yes, they condemned it Monday, yes.
And you were out in the cold with your family and
With-
decided to come into the
With,
house?
with my wife who is here right now. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, it was cold. And so we just took a chance and we knew,
That's crazy.
but I mean, with all due respect, it did feel good to sleep in our bed, but we had to send our kids off to Hereford. And that's where we were headed to that morning when we woke up to start over in Hereford with my sister.
And Judge, based on the facts here, just ask for a PR bond if it's available and a
It
fair,
is.
reasonable bond. Thank you.
I'm gonna do a $500 personal bond. And, what your bond condition is not to break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state. Mr. Riojas, when you get out, there's something you can do. We have a list of assistance that's available. And some of that assistance is the shelters. There's some shelters listed on that. If you have an email address, when you get your phone back, you can call my office and ask if we will email you this packet that just has this list of assistance available, so you and your family have some place to go.
Can I ask some questions?
Go ahead.
When you say if I had to, if I don't have 500?
You're not going to have to pay it today.
Oh, okay.
And I think he and his family.
So what we're saying is you're going to be released on this bond that says, I promise that I will
Okay.
my court hearing dates.
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask one more question? She's my fiance. She's in here with me too.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can comment on another case.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Look,
Your instructions.
don't
Find
lose
out
that.
what you need.
Follow the rules.
Okay, so I call this as soon as I get out.
Yeah, on the loose.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Hi.
Hi there. Miss Marshall, I've determined probable cause for criminal trespass. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
No, I don't need one or
Okay, I'll put you down for no, but anytime before you enter a plea of guilty, you can stop and ask for that court-appointed attorney. Miss Billings, I am going to set her for a personal bond, a $500 personal bond. Miss Marshall, your bond condition is don't break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state while on bond, okay?
okay.
All right, thank you.
You don't have to pay anything, you just have to make sure that you fill out, and if you fail that, you will have to pay, but as long as you're supposed to, you don't have to pay. You should be.
Ms. Diaz, I've determined probable cause for theft of property greater than equal to $100 less than $750. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I need a appointed attorney.
Absolutely. Mr. Barkley, you have anything? Well,
Go ahead, Judge.
okay. I have just a question, Ms. Diaz. If I set you a personal bond and let you out on your own and you don't pay a bondsman, can you tell me that yes, you'll show up for your court dates?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to set you a $500 personal bond. You have one bond condition. Don't break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state.
So, and can you dumb that down for me a little bit? Like
It means that you're going to be released today without having to go through a bondsman or pay any money. And basically what you're saying is, I promise that I will show up for all of my court dates.
Oh, okay, yes, ma'am.
And if you call that number, they'll tell you when your court date is.
Okay, perfect. And stay consistent with this.
All the numbers were shit.
All right, bet.
Don't lose it.
I won't. Oh, is that it?
That's it. Mr. Rosales, you have a warrant for your arrest for driving while intoxicated with the BAC greater than equal to 0.15. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I'll have one appointed to me.
Absolutely. Mr. Barkley?
Just a couple things, Judge. Mr. Jose, you were born in Tulia, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you live there currently?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you lived there?
About 30 years already.
Okay, and your current address the court has on file, how long have you lived there?
7 years.
And you mentioned you have family in Tulia as well?
Yes, sir. All my nephews and nieces and
Mom and dad,
Mom
right?
and dad, yeah,
Okay.
uncles and
And
aunts.
speaking of your dad, you're a truck driver with your dad?
Yes, sir. We own our own company.
Okay. And how long have you guys been working together?
We've been doing it for about almost a year already.
Okay. And you said you've been a driver for about 4 years. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And Judge, we just asked for
Okay. I want to make double sure because I didn't write it down when.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to make sure I didn't check that box. So I want to
Oh,
make sure.
you're okay.
Of course, I would have always erred on caution and said yes to everybody. They could always say no. Okay, so for yours, I'm going to set your bond the amount of $2,500. Your bond conditions are going to be within 30 days of bonding. You must have installed on your vehicle a deep lung breath analysis mechanism. You may not operate any vehicle that is not equipped with that device. You also may not break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state while on bond. And you must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol unless under the direction of a physician while on bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Rosales.
thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
What would that be?
Mona Morones
How much would that be of the bond? That's what I have to come up with.
or Morones? Is it Morones?
It's Morones.
Morones. I'm so sorry.
That's
Miss
okay.
You have a warrant for your arrest out of county court for driving while intoxicated with the BAC greater than equal to 0.15. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I would need a court appointed. I actually have one from Claude County, Judge Ince.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're currently on bond right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They came and they picked me up.
Okay. So you were there on something else.
When I was there, I thought that's when the officer presented the papers to me, I thought that was the same one, but I'm not sure if it is. Is it the one from Carson? Is it the one from Claude? Because Claude doesn't have a jail. Carson County houses for Claude.
I have no idea. We'll go ahead and work with what we have today. If you have
Yes,
other
ma'am.
charges and we're appointed a court-appointed attorney for those, I don't know how that works in a different county. I don't know. Ms. Billings, do you know if you would get the same kind of court-appointed attorney from another county? I just don't know. I'm going to put you down for a court-appointed attorney.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Colton Reisinger is actually her attorney and he does work in our office, so it's very possible that he could be appointed to this charge.
Okay, perfect. All right. Ms. Billings, do you want to add anything?
Yes, ma'am. So how long have you been here in Amarillo?
Approximately 11.
11 to 12 years,
Yeah.
you say? Okay. And is Amarillo considered home for you?
Yes,
Okay. And you said that you were currently looking for work?
yes.
And you
But
do-
on the side, I clean facilities
Okay.
for Golden Spread janitorial services.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We ask that these factors are reflected in the setting of the bond, Your Honor.
Yes, I'm going to set the bond the amount of $2,500. Your bond conditions are going to be within 30 days of bonding. You must have installed on your vehicle a deep lung breath analysis mechanism. You may not operate any vehicle that is not equipped with that device. You also may not break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state. And you must abstain from the use or possession of any illegal, dangerous drugs, narcotics, marijuana, and alcohol, unless under the direction of a physician while on bond. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Ms. Randall, you have 2 warrants for your arrest. I have a bond surrender assault causing bodily injury and a bond surrender assault causing bodily injury. Can you afford an attorney or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I have an attorney already.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Is it a
Yes.
court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Ms. Billings,
So is this warrant gonna go away? I mean, cause I'm in here.
this pulls the warrant.
Huh?
This pulls the warrant that you have right now.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering.
This warrant has been executed.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Billings,
Yes, ma'am. So where were you born?
Here,
Here in Amarillo?
yes.
How long have you been here?
Since 2011?
Okay. And do you consider Amarillo to be home?
No,
No? Okay. Are you looking for work?
not right
Not
now.
right now. All right, Your Honor, we ask that these factors are reflected in the setting of the bond.
okay. I'm going to set each of these bonds in the amount of $2,000. Bond conditions are going to be no contact or communication in a threatening or harassing manner with the victim. I don't know who that is. I don't have that information. You can't go within 200 yards of the victim, and you must not break any laws of the state of Texas or any other state. All right, thank you. Mr. Pierce, you have 2 warrants for your arrest out of Hunt County. The first one is a probation violation, false drug test device. The second one is for out of Hunt County for possession of marijuana less than 2 ounces. Can you afford an attorney, or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I'd rather have court appointed.
Absolutely, yes, sir. The bond for the probation violation for false drug test is $2,000. The possession of marijuana is $1,000. Bond conditions not to break any law of the state of Texas or any other state. Thank you. Mr. Johnson, you have 2 warrants for your arrest out of Randall County. The first one is a bond surrender, violation of a protective order 2 or more times within a 12-month period. The next one is out of Randall County. It's for indecency with a child sexual contact. Can you afford an attorney, or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I need a court-appointed attorney.
Yes, sir. Your bond is set in the amount of $50,000 on each of these charges, and your bond conditions are no contact, direct or indirect contact or communication with the victim. I don't know who that is. Cannot go within 200 yards of the victim, work, school, or other known places of the victim, and you must not break any laws of the state of Texas or in.
Do you know when I'll be transferred to the other county?
To Randall County? Well, I guess first, let me look. If you still have some pending charges with Amarillo and you were set a bond and you can bond out on that, then they send you to Randall County. I'm only showing, it looks like 1 in Potter, and I don't know what happened on that. I know I magistrated you, but I don't remember. That was yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
And so if probable cause wasn't determined, then you wouldn't have to bond out on that, and then you would be transported to Randall. It's just going to depend on that other charge.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Arraignments to all 5. Place the jail on